Alrighty, guys. So, here we are. I know I started the stream a little early today, but anticipation kills me. But welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having a good day. This is the piece that I will be working on while you guys listen to me ramble or do whatever. So yeah, I am actually planning on doing a how to draw stream here pretty soon. I'm not sure what type of thing I'm going to be doing that way, but I'm sure I'll figure out a way to make it enjoyable for everybody. So what I wanted to do today for this stream was basically do a kind of Q&A thing. I've been contacted by all kinds of different people on my Twitter account, either asking me all kinds of questions that are either similar or the exact same questions. I've also been answering quite a few questions from people just on regular Twitter, like on my feed and everything. And also I wanted to just talk about some things that have been going on, again, explaining my absence. I know that I've been absent for quite a long time, and it's not some reason that's been going on pretty much the same reason is, you know, oh, I'm really anxious, I'm dealing with my anxiety attacks. That's not what's been going on. I have been going through anxiety attacks, but it's been getting a little easier to maintain, so it's not really stifling my ability to do my art as it did. So far it's been more of trying to get working and finding work, and where I'm at currently is a nightmare to try and find work. Before I moved out here, I moved from Colorado to Oklahoma, by the way. I moved out here with a job. I just transferred to a different location. But the place I work at has had major trouble trying to get my transfer paperwork figured out, because the market manager that was working there quit right when I moved down here, and the only person that could access my transfer paperwork was her and one of the bigger bosses, and he's been out of town for the past few weeks, and no one has been able to get a hold of him or the old market manager. And we just got a new market manager, and I've been unable to get her number from anybody. To call her and go, hey, I've been the transfer that they've been trying to put in. We've already decided where you're going to put me, so when can I start work? And I haven't been able to do that. So at this point, it's been either playing the waiting game with them or just finding a new job altogether and saying, okay, well, I need to get working. I have bills to pay. I have auto loans and car payments that I need to make good on, and I have insurance I need to pay, and all this other stuff that I have going on. And I really don't want to pull out the stops of my insurance and my auto loan, meaning I don't want to call my insurance company and go, hey, I know I said I had a job, but I'm not working right now, and I'm claiming to be unemployed, so can you cover my auto loan for my auto loan? Because I have coverage through USAA, and because I got the premium debt protection package, they cover up to 6 months up to 6 months of payments on my auto loan. So that basically gives me 6 months to find a job until I'm pretty much flubbernucked. So I've been working my tail off trying to find a job, and at this point I'll take any job. I'll take McDonald's, I'll take working at another gas station, I'll take working at flippin' Walmart if I have to. It's just where I'm at, the jobs out here that are really desperate and actively looking for people are truck drivers, and I'm not qualified to drive a semi, and I don't think I ever will be. So I just got to keep looking. That's what's been stifling my artwork as of late. I do promise to be more active and keep up on it more. Even my boyfriend has been telling me, no, you got to keep up on your artwork. You just draw something even if you don't feel like it. And, you know, it takes quite a bit of encouragement to get me to come to my desk and break out the old sketch pad and just draw something. I mean, there was a couple nights ago when I just had no motivation for anything. Like, I didn't feel motivated to draw, I didn't feel motivated to write, I didn't feel motivated to do anything except lay in bed and watch Netflix. And he came in and said, okay, you know what, this has got to stop. I said, well, it's not my fault. I don't feel motivated to do anything. He goes, you know what? Go to your desk, grab your sketch pad, grab a pencil, and just draw me a pillow. And I was like, what? He said, yeah, go draw me a pillow. I was like, okay. So I go to my desk and I did what he told me to do. I drew a pencil. Or I drew a pillow. And I said, do you feel better? Or he said, do you feel better? And I was like, kinda. And he said, okay, draw me something else. I said, what do you want me to draw now? He goes, draw whatever the flip you want. And I'm like, okay. And that's when I got my motivation back. And that's when I actually sketched out what I'm drawing now. So, he's listening to this right now and he's laughing at me. So it doesn't look like we have anybody in the live chat just yet, which is actually all right. And actually, as a little treat for you guys, joining me here in my stream is actually my boyfriend himself. Say hi.
God damn it. I'm trying to get the silent hug here to let you enjoy your drawing for a second. But I'm not going to be joining in long.
You got to let the people know I'm not alone. Now tell them how much of a horrible person I am.
Is that a challenge?
Go right ahead.
It's nothing of the sort. I'm the terrible one she has to deal with because I just randomly go up and lick her face. Like right across the forehead.
No, he does not. Stop. You're not a dog. Stop. Seriously. God.
Big slobbery licks all over the face.
He thinks he's a wolf, guys. He's nuts.
Obviously, I'm with you.
No, I'm nuts for saying yes in the first place.
That's another story.
Oh boy.
And you can't deny it. There's a ring to prove it.
There is not a ring.
thought you said it was all over Twitter.
Oh my god. For those of you that are actually from my Twitter, you may have seen a recent post from me saying hashtag just got engaged. I'm sorry to say, but that actually wasn't real. One of my friends on Facebook, she played a trick on me. And it's one of those things where it's, you know, like this status with a number and then I'll give you a dare to do. Well, that was what the dare was. And she's one of those kind of immature types where you have to do something or post something that would freak your parents out. That's what I got. And that's not to say that my parents are unsupportive of my decisions. I mean, they are super supportive. But she thought that would be the one thing to freak my parents out. I mean, right after I posted it, one of my faithful followers commented, and she thought it was my dad, and she goes, "Oh my god, he's probably pissed." I'm like, yeah, so pissed. So, yeah, that piece on my Twitter, it wasn't real. It was just a joke. So, hopefully soon, though, not too soon, but hopefully here in about the next couple years or so, somebody will be making that little jump. And he is out the room. Of course he is. God, I cannot get this eye right. Okay. There we go. That's much better. Okie dokie. Okay. So, I'm sure you guys are wanting commentary at this point. I've been quiet for way too long. So, what I'm going to propose is if I can get up to 20 subscribers. I know that's a huge freaking goal, but for a channel like this and for someone like me, I feel like that's going to be an accomplishment. If I can get up to 20 subscribers, then I will do a live stream with my camera on. And I mean my actual camera. And I will do a live stream or a video with my dog Noodle. I know a lot of you have been asking to see more of her or more pictures of her to see what she really looks like. I actually got a comment on my last drawing of her saying it was illegal to have a wolf hybrid as a service dog, which, first of all, I never said she was a wolf hybrid. I guess it's because it's how I drew her. I'm not really good at drawing regular dogs. I draw more wolves. than regular dogs. So if she looked like a wolf, I'm sorry about that. But no, she's not a wolf hybrid. I am aware that wolf hybrids aren't necessarily allowed to be service dogs. God, crash and burn behind me. So I've been getting quite a bit of comments about that. So if we can get up to 20 subscribers, then I'll do a live stream with Noodle. So that way you guys can see her and see what I mean of her breed type. We don't really know what breed she is. We know that she's a lab mastiff. Like, she's got lab and mastiff in her because her parents were a lab and a mastiff, but her mom was a stray that her owners picked up from a rescue, so they don't exactly know what breed she is. She looks more lab than anything, but she also looks mixed with something, so we're guessing she's mixed with some type of shepherd, just because of the way that she presents herself and the way she looks. Everyone's been following the news and telling me, well, then if you're unsure, get her to the dog DNA test. Get her to the dog DNA test. I certainly would if it didn't cost up to $75 to do. I mean, I don't exactly have that kind of money to spend. Once I'm up and working, I might, but at the moment, all my money is going towards what bills I have and putting food in the house. So, but for now, we're just assuming that she's a shepherd mix, a lab shepherd mix. She doesn't really have any mastiff in her, or at least to her appearance anyway. Like, she doesn't look mastiff at all. I mean, the only mastiff thing she has about her is the slobbering. And that's only when she gets overly excited or when she takes a big drink of water. So, I mean, she doesn't look mastiff at all. So yeah, if we can get up to 20 subscribers, then I will do a stream with Noodle. That way you guys can see her and see what she can do. Let's try and get... Let me see. I'm trying to think of realistic goals here. I'm not going to be one of those... I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that... I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that says, let's see if we can get this video up to 5,000 likes, because my videos can't even get up to 50 views, so... Fuzzbutt stream. Yeah, Noodle is a fuzzbutt. I know I'm probably already going to get questions like, why is her name Noodle? Did you name her Noodle? Yeah, we actually did. We called her Noodle because she loves her pasta. She goes absolutely ape shit when we give her things like spaghetti and ramen noodles, and she responded to it, so we just ended up calling her Noodle. And when we're in public, me and my boyfriend can look at each other and go, hey, send me nudes. And it won't be inappropriate in any shape or form, because we'll be talking about our dog. Oh. And it looks like one of my parents is watching this stream. So quick shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom. She actually just posted a question for the stream. What? Okay, then. She says, talk about what you did in Colorado as a job. So I'm guessing she wants me to give a shout out to Rocky Mountain Alpacas. Rocky Mountain Alpacas is a family-owned alpaca breeding farm in Elizabeth, Colorado. My parents and I breed and raise alpacas out there. It's more my parents now since I moved to Oklahoma. But they're a family-owned breeding ranch of alpacas in Elizabeth, Colorado. They breed and raise family-friendly alpacas, meaning our alpacas are not shy, they're not aggressive, they're very people-oriented. When I was there, I trained each and every one of the animals on that farm that were born there, which is about 96% of the animals on that property. And I worked with them every single day. We worked with them from the day they're born. That way they're very people-oriented and they're not very skittish. Because alpacas are very shy creatures. We basically trained them to the point of getting rid of all of the public opinions of alpacas. Before, it was the public belief that alpacas are very head shy, which they are. They're very skittish, they're very frightened little creatures, and it's very hard to train them to be kid-friendly. Well, that's not the case at all. We were able to train our animals to be completely kid-friendly. Every one of our animals on our property is so gentle that a 3-year-old toddler can lead them without any fear of the animal hurting them or your child getting hurt in the first place. We are currently selling all of our animals on. We are currently selling all of our animals for great. Sorry, I'm getting scatterbrained here. All of the animals are being sold. I know. I'm getting tongue-tied here. All of the animals are available for Jesus Christ, I cannot speak today. All of the animals are for sale at affordable prices. We also do package deals, meaning you can buy 2 or 3 females as a package and get a couple of free breedings. You can buy a couple of fiber males, 3 for 1. You can also buy some mothers with babies at the side. Just whatever you want from us, we are able to make it affordable for you. We also provide a boarding option for you. And if it's within a reasonable distance, we are able to transport the animals to your property. If you have any questions or would like to come out to our property to see our animals, please feel free to contact my parents at RockyMountainAlpacas.com. That's ROCKYMTNALPACAS.com. And the phone number and email will be at the bottom of the screen. If you do not get a hold of us, then we will contact you as soon as we possibly can to set up an appointment or answer any questions you may have. Hope to see you there, and please have a good day. And that was a public announcement from yours truly, advertising my parents' family-owned alpaca farm. I do apologize. I was getting tongue-tied there, and I couldn't think of the right words to say. I could see them in my head, but my mouth wasn't forming the words. Okay. Just take a deep breath. It's all good. It'll be okay. This is what anxiety does to you, man. It's not fun. Noodle! I have nudes here. Oh, goodness. Hi, Noodle. Hi, baby. She's making sure I'm okay. Noodle. Noodle. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, here's Noodle. Atta girl. Good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes. I'm okay. I'm alright. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Yeah. It's a good girl. Thank you, Noodle. Good girl. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. Okay, come on. Get down.
Come on, dudes. Come here, girl.
Okay.
Nope. She heard you talking about her. It's over.
It's over, guys. Stream's over. Sorry. You know. Oh, God.
A loving face lick. So common with this.
Oh my God.
Right up the nose.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You goofball. Oh, did not expect this to happen. Yes, come get her, please.
Girl. Come on. And
Okay. I'm covered in noodle hair. Oh. Okay. Whew. Holy crap. You're nuts, dog. thought you put her on the back of my chair.
No, she was standing up there on her own.
Okay, then.
She almost slipped off of this tackle box of art things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried to jump up to get attention from me and almost fell face first.
Oh, poor baby.
She'll be okay.
She's a trooper. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank God. For a second I thought my computer was going to crash again. I'm sorry about all that, guys. I am just not doing that well. But that's okay, because what are you going to do, right? Alright. Yeah, it's not going to work. Here we go. Alright, just erase all of that and start over. There we go. Okay, so now we want to take just a darker color. Oh, crap. Wrong layer. Wrong layer. There we go. There we go. So now, we're going to take the pen, make it larger, and go in all of this. Just to get rid of those horrible white lines. I think now would actually be a good time for me to actually give a shout out to one of my followers on Twitter. I'd like to say hello to Jay. Also, I want to thank him personally for not only giving me a shout out on his Twitter feed, but also for all the followers that followed me on Twitter because of that. So thank you very much, Jay. I hope you're having a good day. And also, I know we've said this to each other before, but I would like to say thank you for your service. Jay has actually fought in the Army, and he is a retired veteran. So I would like to thank him personally for his service of this country, and thank his family as well for their service. He comes from a family of military men and women, and so I would like to again thank them for their service and for their dedication to their country and protecting it. I am a full supporter of all military divisions, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, all of them. I myself come from a military family. My grandparents were in the military. My great-grandfather was in the military. And my great-great-grandfather was actually the admiral for the Coast Guard, Admiral Russell Randolph Wacie. So shout out to my great-great-grandfather. Thank you for your service to this country as well. For those of you that don't know, and actually, I don't even know why I just said that, because nobody knows. My great-great-grandfather is passed. He passed long before I was born, so... That is not the right color. What am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing, guys? I don't know. I don't know anymore. And by the way, just so you guys know, because I've been asked this question quite a bit, only because, you know, everyone else was getting asked. I do understand why our president did put the ban on the trans ban on the military. I can't say if I agree with it or not, only because I don't really know that much about the military, or, you know, I don't really know much about wanting to join the military, only because I know for a fact that I cannot, because of my physical limitations and mental limitations. It actually disqualifies me from ever going into the military, whether I want to or not. I know a lot of people, both inside and outside the LGBTQ community, are super, super spazzed about it. But my opinion, and my opinion only, I am glad that he actually did it, but only because it more cements the reasons why they can't, and he put it in more perspective of why. You know, because a lot of trans people do incur a lot of medical costs. I know a lot of people are saying, well, what about the trans people already in there? It's like, well, they're either they got their operations before they went into service, or they got lucky and Obamacare took care of it. But you know, he's trying to bring more money into the country. He's not trying to put more money out of the country, is what my point is. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I know already I'm probably going to get a couple haters, but I really don't care. Because the way I look at it, everyone has their own opinion. If you don't agree with my opinion, then that's perfectly fine. Just don't force your opinion on me thinking it's the right opinion, because no opinion is the right opinion, in my opinion. If you agree with me, great. If you don't, fine. You know, I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm not gonna go, oh, well, you agree, you have that personal opinion, oh, well, you can't be friends. That's, I'm not gonna say that. I mean, just having that mindset in my life has actually made me some really great friends. I have friends all over the country because of that way of thinking. I have friends in Egypt, I have friends in Japan, China, Afghanistan, Brazil. I have friends all over the world. What do I want to do here? That's what I want to do. Actually, no, that's not what I want to do. Here we go. Meh. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Yeah, that doesn't help either. God, I can't even do a simple X. Here we go. That'll work for now. Here we go. Noodle, what's wrong, baby? Sorry, guys, Noodle's whining for some reason. I think because no one's paying attention to her. Okay, that works. Okay. Masky, can we be friends? Yes, we can be friends, Masky. I would love it if we were friends. I personally would enjoy being your friend, Masky, only because of how much flack you get from Jeff. I've seen the videos. Jeff really picks on you, doesn't he, Masky? How's working for Slenderman going? You and Tiki Toby getting along with each other? And for those of you that don't know, I actually thoroughly enjoy Creepypasta as well. So send me your worst questions about Creepypasta as well. My favorite Creepypastas are Slenderman, of course, and all of his proxies. So Masky, Jeff the Killer, Hoodie, Tiki Toby, and for those of you that watch the P. Shattuck type of videos, I also love his fan fiction daughter, Sen. I think that is such an adorable concept. Yeah, he is a dick. I actually do run a Facebook fan page for Sexual Offenderman. He's Slenderman's overly sexualized brother. And I don't really run it anymore. I used to, and I'm still part of it. It just doesn't really hold my interest that much anymore, only because after, you know, feminists and SJWs started to take over everything, I started to get quite a bit of those people on the page, and it just ruined the entire thing. I also got quite a few people thinking it was a type of role-playing page, which I didn't mind doing the role-play, but it wasn't just a strict role-play page, and when that was all people were trying to get out of it, it kind of turned me off of it. So I don't really know if I'm going to start up the page again or not. But on that one, we'll see. Only time will tell on that one. That's another thing that I like about the Creepypastas is all of the variations of Slenderman. All of his family members. So Sexual Offenderman, Trender, Splendor, and all the other enders that people have made up. My personal opinion, I don't think you can consider Enderman an official Slenderman brother. I know Minecraft tried to... That's what they were going for, was a Slenderman variant. But because it's already part of the Minecraft world, like it's canon in the show, or in the... Not in the show, but in the video game, I don't think you can necessarily call it a Slenderman variant anymore. There we go. That's basically what I do when I have nothing else to say. I just start humming randomly. I just start humming random shit. let's just stay with the black for now. Oh boy. What to do now? Let me see here. Actually, I know what to do. Go over here. Do that. There we go. Really? Oh, it's because of that. I screwed up somewhere. Where did I screw up? Right there. Fudge. There we go. Get all this blue shit out of here. There we go. Don't tell me it crashed. Don't tell me it crashed. Oh no. Okay then. Well, I am saving this. Unfinished pieces. Oh, come on. And my computer is officially crap. Ever hear of the operator? Yeah, I have actually. Isn't the operator the same thing? I thought the operator was the same thing. That's just how the guys on YouTube referred to him. I cannot for the life of me remember the YouTube channel name. Okay, guys. Well, my computer just kind of crashed on Fire Alpaca, so I think this drawing is about done. For now, at least, until I can get a chance to restart my computer. But I don't feel like ending the stream yet. Because really, I don't feel like ending it just when people are starting to come in, because I've gotten quite a few requests of doing another stream. So, what do I have in my sketches? Let's see. What is this one? Oh. Oh, okay. This was actually my first concept of making Tess as she is now. Don't know why that's on. Clear Lake's 44 now. Jesus. Not gonna lie here, I think the whole Slender Man thing is, like, done. I think Slender Man's popularity has died out by now. If he's still popular, it's because of some 8-year-olds are coming across him and thinking he's real. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please feel free to Google the Slender Man stabbing. 2 little girls stabbed their best friend because they thought Slender Man told them to, and if they did it, he would show them to his secret mansion in the woods. Their trial is still up in the air, but they are currently in jail, which is a good thing. Yeah. I think with this one I was having a little bit more fun with it, in terms of detail, and I think I can still make this into what Tess is now, because, you know, she still has the long tail with the twist in it, she still has the crescent moon on her flank, she still has the long bangs and the long mane, and all the shit ton of eyeliner. It's just, I actually posted this on my DeviantArt and Twitter to see what people thought of it as a design choice, and everyone just harped on me about the fact that I cut off her legs right here, just a bit, so you couldn't see the floor. And this was literally the first thing I made when I got my drawing tablet, so I had no idea how to make the image bigger. I had no idea how to get my canvas bigger, so this is what I came up with. Of course, her legs are longer. They come down to probably here. So I may actually finish that. You know, we'll see. What do I have in my unfinished pieces? There's Desi. Oh, okay, so there it is as an unfinished product. Oh wait, what's this one? Oh, it's the same thing. So if I take away all these layers, do opacity. So it was the same thing that I just showed you, but I ended up finishing it and doing the legs down here. And obviously this was before I knew how to do the brush control and everything, so my lines are like super, super thin. Oh my god, what did I do? I'm gonna have to completely redo this one, guys. I'm totally redoing this one. Because I'm looking at it now and it just looks awful. It just looks completely awful. I thought I had one in here. Well, maybe not. This one I was working on. I was practicing with my realistic horse, because this was the original sketch that I came up with, and this one I just did in paint. And I was literally just working on where everything was, just as a map, and then I drew over it on this one, so you can see, you know, where the map is versus the finished product. I do think I made the head a little bit too small, and I know the mane could probably be done a little better. But I'm actually surprised at myself. You know, when it came to when it came to horses, I'll just make a big thing of it. When it came to horses, I was never this detailed or this good in my horse anatomy, in my opinion. But it's because I started drawing in this style, in the sort of My Little Pony style. I started to get better because My Little Pony, believe it or not, does follow somewhat the regular horse anatomy. And it's a little bit of an easier style to kind of master, and then you start to branch out and figure, okay, well, how can I really make that into a realistic horse body? So, because the way I do My Little Pony characters, here I said it wasn't going to be a how to draw video, but actually, you know what? Let's zoom in here a bit. Here we go. What does our pencil look like? Oh wow, we're really zoomed out, aren't we? Okay, that's good enough. So the way that I would do my, the way I start my drawings actually is I literally draw 2 circles together like anyone else does when they're starting out drawing anatomy or whatever. So I literally start the way my boyfriend says, you start out with 2 boobs, okay? So then you connect them with a slightly arched line. So this is the back, and then with mine, to give it a little bit more depth, I do an inverted line. So you kind of do that type of bit with the back and the stomach. I bring mine way in, like right in here, just to give it that definition of like, okay, so here's the chest, and then you start with the haunches. Get rid of you. So then I go with the head. And the head I try and make as big as the chest area. I tend to like the rump a little bit bigger than the chest. And I do it just slightly above. And I don't really worry about the circle shape, really. And then I figure out how the head is going to dip. Like that. And then I bring it in a little bit. And then I always start with the front part here so I know how the neck is arched. So I connect it up there, kind of like a swan head. And then I start with the back, bring it up, down, and there we go. And actually, that doesn't look right exactly. So let's fix that. Because sometimes it does take for me to do the back first and then figure out, where this is. Dang it, why did my thing change to black? That makes no sense. So then I bring it forward. And there we go. So that's literally how I start out my drawings. And it's because of this that I started to draw more realistically, and it got a lot easier for me. Because I already had a basic shape of where everything was. Now, granted, this is a little bit more compact than what an actual horse is, because I know for an actual horse, the rump tends to be a little bit more further back, right back here, and the neck is a little bit longer, but everything else is right about there. I mean, I know the stomach is never that inward. If it is, then your horse is freaking emaciated. I also know the stomach tends to follow this arch all the way over, and you kind of get a bean shape here. But it's because of this drawing style that I started to get better, and I mean, it even helped me with leg placement and leg length. I mean, just doing something as simple as that really, really helps you with getting the leg length and the proportions correct. Because if we're doing this on an actual horse, then here, let me do the back legs as an example. Let me do the back leg as an example. Again, because I'm technically drawing a cartoon character, the proportions aren't going to be exactly right, but you know, it's pretty dang close. And it's an easier way to get used to drawing realistically because it gives you a feel for the form. So there's our back leg. Already it kind of looks kind of funky, but if you think of this as a realistic horse, you've already got the layout complete. You don't have to deal with the whole dot, 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 and then connect the dots, and then that's your layout. That doesn't always work because, you know, you don't exactly have a good kind of layout of where your horse's leg is. I mean, that's what I get from looking at that. And already that looks kind of anthropomorphic. So I look at it as, okay, so this is obviously the hock, which is pretty much the back knee on a horse. And then you work your way down here, and the way that the hooves look, you got to figure, okay, well, there's the hoof right there. So the fetlock has got to be right there. And then there you go. And then you follow this all the way up to where it looks like the joint or the knee joint is. So then you join that up. And then right there's the hip. I mean, that already looks freaking awesome. And from looking at it, it actually looks anatomically correct based on length. Same with this one. I mean, you got the elbow right here. Go midway down. You've got your wrist. And there you go. I mean, that's your entire, that's the legs right there. And for a lot of people, the legs are the hardest part because the legs go flipping everywhere. I mean, they can go from all the way back here to all the way up here, and front legs are no better because the front legs freaking bend so freaking weird. I mean, a horse's leg can literally be bent like that. I mean, not by that length, but you know what I mean? Like, it's literally, the legs can literally bend to the point of looking like a triangle. If I were to actually draw this horse's leg out right now, I could actually get it to looking like that. And for an actual horse, that's not really possible without it snapping a tendon, but for cartoon horses, that's freaking possible. But you guys see what I mean. I mean, drawing simplified versions of what you're trying to learn is, in my opinion, the easiest way you're going to learn it. Because for me, I didn't always draw like that. I tended to actually draw like this. This is how I drew horses when I was freaking 2 years old all the way up to 6. That was how I drew horses. That's literally how I drew horses, even with the freaking line all the way through the feet to show you where the hooves were. And the mane was on the back. There was no neck. You had the eye freaking in the middle of the ear. And you had just this mound of hair coming out of its butt. Like, that's how I drew first. And then I quickly made my transition into the whole circles phase, and that never ended well because this is how I always did it, because that's how all the books practically taught you was that's how you did it. And then for some reason I always did the manes like super, super spiky, and then the tails were literally freaking just random strands out of nowhere. And then you had these two little ears at the top. And and then this one actually made me laugh. The saddle was that. That was the saddle, and then you had your stirrups at the bottom. And then for some reason I always made the girth like connect in the back of the horse, like I was at a bucking bronco thing. But then I quickly, not quickly, but it took me quite a few years to progress into the tracing, where I would see a beautiful picture and then I would trace over it and then claim it as mine, because, you know, going through school when everyone can draw better than you. But you see the transition, though. I mean, I went from drawing monstrosities to drawing meh to drawing that. I mean, I'm literally using this model, this base, as my base for realistic drawing. And for quite a few people, not many people say they do that. And actually what I'm going to do right now for you guys is I'm going to try and draw an actual horse skeleton as anatomically correct as possible using this method right here. So using this method right here, I'm going to draw a realistic, as realistic as possible horse skeleton using that method at the top. So whenever I start drawing anything, I try and look for reference photos to know exactly what I'm drawing. And then I look for all the basic shapes that go into that animal or thing. So right now I've got the rib cage. And then right back here I'm going to have the pelvis. And this entire skeleton is done from memory, by the way. I don't have a skeleton in front of me as of right now. The shoulder blade, and these are all ribs. You've got the neck. And then you've got the head. With teeth that go all the way to the back. There we go. And then right here I'm just doing the vertebrae, which I know there's not that much vertebrae in a horse's neck, but bear with me. And then a small black hole there for the ears. You've got the spinal cord. And then the spinal cord actually goes all the way out to a certain point in the tail. There we go. Then we have the legs. So we've got There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring this leg out a bit, just so you can see it. There we go. And then the back leg, like I showed before, actually starts way up here, and then it goes forward. And then this leg I'm going to do a little bit further back. There we go. Okay. And that is literally a horse skeleton as per my knowledge. From what I remember. I know the rib cage actually extends more out this way. So what I'm going to do actually is fix that. Here we go. And then we add in the ribs. And there we go. Okay. So that is a horse skeleton from my memory. I know it doesn't look too good. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I don't like the look of that, I'm actually going to make the neck shorter because that is way too long of a neck. There we go. That's better. There we go. And then we kind of just make that jagged for teeth. Add in the circular vertebrae. And there we go. That is a horse skeleton based on my memory. And it's using pretty much the exact same technique as used up here. Because if we were to dissect this one, you'd have the pelvis area right here. You'd have the actual entire circle right here. It would be the rib cage. You'd have the neck go right up through the center and then come right up to the skull. You'd have the skull come out just a little bit right there, split, eye hole, ear hole, and then of course you have the legs, you have the spine, and then you have the tail. And then that's literally a My Little Pony skeleton right there, which looks actually mighty similar to that. I mean, that's what drawing cartoons can do to you. I know quite a bit of cartoons can be greatly exaggerated, but they can also help you with anatomy. So that is my stream for today, guys. I know there were quite a lot of places where it was either dead quiet or I was rambling on and on. I hope you guys liked that little treat that I put in there that was completely unintentional. What I mean is your inside look on Noodle doing her job. She felt that I was getting anxious. She thought I was going through an anxiety attack, which I kind of was. And she immediately got in my lap and started licking me on the face and getting me to focus on something else. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see if we can get up to... Actually, I'm going to lower that. Let's see if we can get up to 15 subscribers, or let's see if this if any of my videos really can get up to at least 10 likes, if we can hit that point by the end of the month, then I will do a live stream with Noodle and only Noodle. I will also make that a Q&A stream. So send me in your questions. Feel free to share this on Twitter and Facebook. My Twitter is in the description box, as well as my DeviantArt page. I am selling some prints on my DeviantArt page. I am also available for commissions. If you have any commissions that you would like me to do, I will be willing to do them for free at the moment, but I don't see that lasting too long. So if you would like me to draw something, and I do mean anything, then I will be happy to do that for you. Just contact me through DeviantArt. And thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Thank you again so much to Jay for helping me with this. Oh, and there I am. That's okay, though. You guys were going to see my face anyway. I know I look like shit. It's humid as hell in Oklahoma. But thanks so much for joining my stream, you guys. I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!